I'm Cenk. I'm here to make room and apologize for racists.
Craven or not, whether they're grifters or not, even Fuentes is now saying, he said it just like 2 days ago, you know what? Maybe we put aside the racism and the cruelty and the abuse, right?
Right.
Which is an amazing admission, by the way, that kind of is the direction they were going, right? And he says maybe we put that aside
I just don't
to be able to unite with the left.
I don't
so
believe
I'm
any
not
of these
saying
guys.
yes to Fuentes. I'm just saying look at the tide moving. The tide is moving towards populism because it's being driven by the audience. The audience wants real populism. So when they sense bullshit, they don't want it, and they're pushing in a better direction.
Solutionaries, that was Cenk Uygur. I think I'm pronouncing his name correctly. Just attempting to try to come up with some reason to like justify this bullshit that Nick Fuentes and other neocons are doing. Every single step of that shit is 1000% wrong. And I'm glad that whoever his co-host was there was giving him pushback on it. Let me start by saying that I think I do know what Cenk is attempting to say here. It's just fucking dumb. It's dumb. It's completely retarded. His first take on maybe we should put away the racism, cruelty, and abuse, and his co-host laughing at him. The reason why the co-host laughing is because it's absurd. People that say shit like that, like they're taking it back, right? As if that was a genuine option that they wanted to play around with in the first place, is a person that I don't want to caucus with. I don't want to leave room, and freedom of disassociation. I don't want to have room or make room for them type of fucking people. They can have their own room and their own spaces the way that they want to. I want to work with Americans that even if we politically disagree vehemently, we won't get to the point where we're highlighting the worst of a particular group and generalizing that as it is the majority of a particular general group. I did a whole show up in Cali on the Jubilee Network with anti-gun people, and nobody was disrespectful. I didn't call anybody any of the disrespectful race-based names because most Americans are not like that. Adults can actually disagree without trying to garner this fame by using hatred to galvanize people. So his co-host pushing back against that and snickering at it because it's fucking absurd is the right thing to do there. And Cenk trying to make room for it is just stupid. These people are cancers, pure and simple. They are cancers, and you solve cancers by cutting them the fuck out. What you don't do with cancers is allow them to spread like they're attempting to do here. Of course they knew grifters to try to pretend like they want unity. Oh, maybe I'll fall back from calling all black people niggers. Maybe I'll fall back from being disrespectful to women in general. Maybe I'll fall back for the good of the movement. That's not what the fuck they're doing. One, even if it was, I still don't want to engage with those people. But on top of it not being what they're doing, they need to engage and Trojan horse into the leftist thing and make it look like they're operating in good faith. That's what Trojan horses do. They pretend like they're a thing to get inside. And Cenk is like opening the fucking gates with this type of nonsense and mindset. Now, why do I say that? Because look at his actions. Let's look at his own reasoning. His first statement was whether they're grifters or not. Cenk, they are grifters. That's what grifters do. By definition, they just grift from thing to thing, not evolving as humans and genuinely understanding better, but trying to move to a different space because they're cancers to spread their cancer to a different location. That's what grifters do. That's why your response to a grifter is to go, no thank you. Fool me once, cool. Fool me twice, not cool. I'm a retard. That's the issue here. And so Cenk trying to say, well, whether they're grifters or not, you can't disassociate that. If somebody is a grifter, they are grifting into a new location, not in good faith, not being genuine. We just saw this as libertarians with the current Trump administration. I said this one plenty of times. I was there in 2024 in March when he asked libertarians to support him, meaning Trump. He had a great team put together. It was the best presidential revenge story arc in world history. He has done the exact opposite. So you will get no more fucking good faith from me. And the beautiful part about this is Trump actually communicated positive things towards the African American community, towards insert whatever, because I don't even want to make this about race. It's just an example. I was there in the White House when he said African Americans built this nation. We all built it. We all built it together. But you're just starting to get, I was there in the White House. I was right front row. I just was quiet about it, right? Trump said that made inroads to get Republican, conservative, right of center votes in urban demographics, and people like Fuentes and these clowns show up and destroy all of that fucking work. Because in my belief, they're plants. They're cancers and or they're plants. Simple and plain. So that good faith that the Trump administration generated is fucking gone. Why? Because he's done a 180 and all of his cabinet picks. Kash Patel, trash now. Dan Bongino, quiet and trash now. Can't even hear anything from Tulsi Gabbard now. Vivek must have seen it earlier, got the fuck out of there. Everybody has been a 180 at worst or quiet at best. So the good faith conversation died there. Cenk ignoring this type of stuff means he's either complicit or stupid. Either one are not good signs of leadership, okay? That's just what it is. You either believe these guys like Nick Fuentes that got all of this energy and attention from being a clown, whether that's CIA, Mossad, whoever the fuck put him there, right? Because I don't know anybody that has an army of bot trolls. Regular people don't have that. So either Cenk is stupid or he's complicit. Let's go to what he said about the tide moving. The tide is moving because most Americans were never down with the dumb shit. They were tolerant of people with this stupid rhetoric because those people were right on a key issue. Where Fuentes and other neocons nail it, some neocon pundits, they nail it on the conversation as it relates to the Israeli government overreaching into American politics. This is not high science. This is also not the first time that somebody said it. Minister Farrakhan said this in the 90s. People censored him. JFK said this in the 60s. He got shot for it. This is not new. This is not cutting edge. And the two people that I named articulated this in a way that articulated the problem with much more class, sophistication, and respect for other Americans and their faith systems. That happened. So this ain't new. This ain't fresh. And it's low class, low IQ troglodyte shit. So when the American people hear somebody that broke clock being right twice a day, they might get behind it, but why the tide is changing is because most people don't want to sit next to that dumb shit. They agree with this part and they disagree with the 95, 70, 87, 98% of shit that comes out of these people's mouths. So the tide is shifting. They're not evolving. They just want to stay relevant. Populists do that. They say things that are common sense. Anti-gunners do that. They say a thing, we should be wanting to save lives, duh. And then they go anti-Second Amendment. So in order to get the bullshit off, they got to say some right shit first. And that's what all of these people that they're mentioning in this interview are talking. That's what they do. They say something that makes sense. The Israeli government shouldn't be mass murdering and ethnic cleansing in the Gaza Strip. Everybody's going to agree with that. Then they go, yeah, but everything is the Jews. Everything is the blacks. Most Americans don't agree with that, and they tired of being associated with the bigotry. Bigots have to adapt to stay relevant. Okay, once they do it, the initial magic wears off and they talk more and people see how stupid they are. So that magic wears off. So they got to like fake this come to Jesus pivot moment. That's only to stay relevant. It has nothing to do with genuine nature. And that's before we factor in maybe this person is a plant trying to spread more socialism. Oh, we 1000%. I'm cool with fascism. I'm cool. I admire Hitler. I admire Stalin. There's been no change of thought. There's just been a pivot to try to maintain relevance. None of this shit that they said has helped America. They've rose to some form of prominence, pretending like they're the resistance or they're censored everywhere, even though they own the biggest platforms across media. None of what they've said has helped America in any way, shape, or form at all. It just hasn't. Most of these neocon pundits that do rage baiting and race baiting, while all the time swearing that they don't mess with race. Oh, we don't see race, we don't see race. Elon's whole page is now race baiting around Irania Zarutska, right? Or other things, right? These pages pretend like it's not about race. Then they run and play the victim card. And that's what's happening on social media. So they run this play. And this play, I call it like the new network play. It's what like UPN and the WB and all of those big networks do in the beginning. They get an awesome black show, the Steve Harvey show, the this show, that Martin, right? And then all of urban America, black people tie into this amazing cultural sitcom that's a phenom. It's an absolute phenom. And then after a few seasons, they don't put no more money into it, living single, right? They get all of the ad revenue off of the shit. They sell it or they generate more, investors or whatever. And the network becomes bigger, but they don't reinvest into that thing. That's that same play that's happening with a lot of these neocon pundits. What they do is they initially come in, they talk all of the fucking shit about black people. They go across all of the spectrum. Oh, black people are horrible, while pretending like it's not about race. The focus is black people. Black, 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 black. It expands a little bit now into Jew, right? They get all of that energy off of it. They develop a following, and then they pivot. Then they want to ask for forgiveness. Oh, well, maybe I'll just stop being racist right now. It's what networks do, and they positively focused on black sitcoms and cultural iconic shows, right? And then they discard them. If you watch most of the black conservative pundits, they did the same shit. It's these debunked, stereotypical talking points that have been debunked a whole bunch of times, but they cater to bigotry and low IQ whites that want to say, well, it's not racist because the black person said it. Candace Owens did it, Brandon Tatum did it, Larry Elder did it, and countless others. And that's just the black ones, right? But it's a standard. It's like a staple of how they do it. It's the new network theory. That's what I call it. And now, after all of that, when we've seen this play ran 1,000 times, Cenk, who's a lefty, wants to give the forgiveness card. The forgiveness card to all of these clowns because they've become more popular. And I believe their popularity is inserted and planted. And it's not real. Again, I don't know anybody that really has bots like that. I just don't know, right? But Cenk wants to slide in and be like, oh, all is forgiven. Look at the direction it is going now, like on some apologist bullshit. These people are not cool with the unification of all Americans under the ideals of liberty, freedom, and justice for all. They're pivoting, and Cenk is dick riding because of the fact that, oh, maybe I'll look good to his following because you want energy from that following. This is like the lefties that destroyed businesses during the COVID era. They destroyed businesses. They forced the government to shut down. Then years later, after the COVID thing, and a lot of those businesses will never come back, a few years later, they ran articles talking about, let's have amnesty for the COVID such and such. Y'all attacked people. Y'all said they were horrible. You said they were granny killers. You did all of this shit. And now after you've been proven to be wrong and those businesses have been destroyed, now you want forgiveness and amnesty. Fuck you. This is 1,000% a clown move on Cenk's part. And it's a move, regardless of if it's genuine or not, it's a move that benefits Cenk, all right? He gets to look like, I'm the person that was objective. I'm the person that genuinely wanted to unify the right and the left. I want to work across the aisle. He looks objective. The reason why he has to do it, the same pivot. The liberal, so-called liberal, faux liberal agenda and Kamala Harris Biden regime shit, that shit is destroyed. Nobody, hoods across America, nobody fucks with it. So Cenk himself is doing the same thing, going from left to right a little bit, right? Pretending. Cenk's ideology has not moved from extreme leftists. Cenk's ideology has not moved from anti-gun. It's not. But in order to remain relevant, he got to make it look like, no, I'm that. Cenk spoke at like CPAC or some shit like that a couple of months ago. This is Cenk, whether intentionally or accidentally. I believe that it's strategic. It's not genuine. It's a pivot. It's a rebrand. And Cenk benefits from this 1,000%. My perspective is no thank you. No thank you on Walsh. No thank you on Fuentes. No thank you on the slew of leftists that attacked Americans for respecting liberty and freedom. No thank you on the racist bigots that got prominence either from CIA help, NSA help, FBI help, or appealing to the bigotry of the small minority of white America. This is not what most white Americans feel like. Even if it's 1 million, 2 million of them, it's enough to feed and generate energy in that direction, especially when you on a platform like X that Elon repurposed and put up there. By the way, Elon's got a fucking social credit score called Tweet Cred all over social media while he's talking about this is the free speech platform. You're attacking people for saying controversial shit, but you'll highlight all day all of the racist bigots and give them their pages back. My old page on X for talking about attacking people, reading sexual shit to children, that one got kicked off for X. I had to rebuild. But no, these other people Elon's reposting them. Anything about race, anything about making black people look bad or highlighting black people repeating the same narrative. So no thank you to these types of morons in any way, shape, or form. They spent their energy on 1,000% highlighting the worst of different groups, categorizing it as the generality or the majority of those particular groups. They've gotten some attention, and now The left wants us to pretend like all should be forgiven and no, the fuck it shouldn't. There are tens and twenties and hundreds of millions of Americans that think like what we're talking about right now, that think like you if you're agreeing with me, that want to converge and work together to limit the state. These people, Elon, social credit score with X, Palantir, government, Trump, more wars, Nick Fuentes, disrespect to black people, disrespect to Jewish people. And this does not mean that the Israeli government does not need a critique, or government in general needs to critique. But Fuentes, the same person saying we need a dictatorship. Maybe we need a king, basically. I don't respect individual liberties or the individual. We need order by guns. Power comes from the barrel of a gun. Damn near quoting Mao. This is the dream team. These are the people that Cenk say we should be tapping into. And I say, no fucking thank you. But I don't know, Maj, you just mad that you don't got $100 million and 200 million followers. Maj, you mad that the Grifters or organic movement, whatever you want to say, put it in the comment section. You get something right, I'll agree with you. You get something wrong, we're going to chop you up in that same comment section. Also, take the civics class, y'all. A lot of the times, the reason why this bullshit narrative can get swung over your heads is because of the fact that you guys don't understand civics at all. You just listen to what personalities tell you. You don't understand what limited government and systems of checks and balances are and how that defends individual liberties. So rich people or charismatic people or people with a big personality can convince you to do stupid shit in the name of we need law and order. Comment civics or hit the link below. The access to the videos will come directly to your inbox. My name is M.E.D.I.A, the founder of Solutionary University. Hit like, comment, share your perspective, bookmark, spread this all over the place for people that need it. And I hope to see you in our private community, in our civics class. Be safe, be solutionary.